Okay, I've started streaming again.
Oh,
So people can potentially
okay. I've
started
started
see
streaming
us.
again. Hello, everyone out there in TV land. Can it core an apple? Oh, chef of the future. Mm, mm, mm. Do you hear the ruckus above me?
I do. What's that ruckus?
The ruckus is my wife playing. What is the name of that game? Primal, Far Cry Primal, and she doesn't know how to play, and she spends a lot of time looking at her feet, and she's constantly yelling at my children to help her and show her where she needs to go, and they're trying to help her, and she just shut up, leave me alone. So she needs help, but she doesn't want help, so she doesn't know how to handle that. So it's a good time to watch. Poor Rebecca almost broke down in tears. Said, "I'm just trying to help you."
Aw.
Nah, she could care less. She was fun. She was joking. She's like, "Mom, what's wrong with you?"
Okay. Let me close my twatters.
Yes, please close the talkers.
Okay, so what's the last thing you guys remember?
We cleared a room with I think it was more goblin type people. One door led back to the original spot we entered in on this level of this adventure,
Yeah, yeah.
and another door was leading to a small room with another door, which is where we stopped there. So we either could have gone back in and checked out the north, or check out the door where I left Jeva.
Yeah, because Zava's still up there.
Yeah, I left him there purposely. Like, okay, he's here and there. That's where we.
Okay. Anyone who watches like in the stream, we have some. We're playing Sunless Citadel, which is Sunless and a Citadel, and we're just kind of goofing around. This is what we do when one of the brothers is missing. We have a regular campaign that we kind of try to play, but everybody, we all work like weird hours, and one of us lives in Egypt. So I'm explaining things to the streamers, guys, the guys who watches the stream. If yeah,
Yes.
so we're just kind of like messing around in the Sunless Citadel, and we're just goofing around because it's fun, and we like to play D&D. What'd you say?
Terrorizing goblins.
Yes, you guys have terrorized a lot of goblins here.
Yes, yes.
There was like a community
Yes.
of goblins on the first level that you completely like. There were non-combatants, and you completely fucking terrorized them.
Decimated them.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. For the record, Bobby feels really, really bad about that.
Oh.
He feels
I feel bad about the busboy I cleaved into.
Cleave!
Dishes, no!
Alright, so you guys had cleared a whole bunch of those areas. You got a bunch of herbs and supplies and stuff. If someone wrote this stuff down somewhere. And
I believe John did. Or Bobby. Bobby's carrying him. I'm not sure who's carrying him, but I believe John wrote it all down.
Give me a second, and I will tell you what we have. We have 2 small sapphires worth 50 gold pieces each, a Morning Star, Heroes Kit, Herbalist Kit, Alchemist Kit, Leather Armor Repair Kit, 6 short bows, 5 shitty scimitars, and 28 arrows.
you got shitty
28 arrows.
scimitars!
They're shitty. Shitty scimitars.
Shitty what? You want shitty pork? Shitty chicken?
It's a shitty scimitar. We made it in a city.
Okay. Alright, so what do you guys want to do? You had the cavern to the north where you guys first came in, that you came back out at, and you got where Zeva is.
Bobby looks at Brandywine and says, I think we've been here before.
Yes, it's very familiar.
Those corpses in the corner look very familiar.
Yes, and those twiggy things.
I would almost remember which way we didn't go if we didn't play this like 3 months ago.
I'm thinking, personally, I think we should go through the door and, I think whatever came out of that hole in the wall, pretty much just came out. There's probably nothing else in there. If you just want to do a quick check, we can. Not like we have to go far.
Where is that, to the south?
No, to the north.
To the north?
Yeah, where Bobby and Brandywine are. That hole in the wall. That we didn't get into.
Oh, we never went up in here?
We never went up and never went south. And we basically made a big circle back into this area.
I see. Well, this hole in the wall looks spooky. I think we should go through it.
All right.
And maybe we should split up.
No, that's how he gets you. The twigs are going to come at you.
They're all gonna laugh at you!
No!
Yeah, I know where we are. Let's. I'm going to drag Zayla back over.
Okay. Then I will move Sonny and share.
Yes. Oh, Sonny.
Okay, Bobby, and Snitchell are slowly going in. Torches are lit because we got no dark vision stuff.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, so the floor of this rough cavern is stained and smells of blood and animal musk. Light from glowing fungus reveals the eastern niche, which holds a pallet of matted furs. That's over the. Is that over there? No, it would be. Yeah, it's eastern. Yeah. And I guess maybe down here too. Which holds a pallet of matted furs, a wide wooden board on which a variety of weapons are affixed, and a great cloak of patchy black fur hung on a slender pole. On the edge of the niche are 2 large nests made of hair, dry fungus, and refuse.
I'm going to say the nests are probably where the twigs for sleeping, if they do sleep. I don't know.
And I can show you this handout, but that guy, you already fought him and his giant rat companions. But they gave me the handout here. So I clicked on it anyway. So there's a handout.
That's cute.
Isn't it? That's what that guy looked like when you killed him earlier.
That bugbear.
Yeah.
Bugbear?
Yep. Yeah, the
Or whatever he
bugbear.
was. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
it's nice mace. Okay.
Nice mace. Choking on my coffee.
God bless you.
All right.
Great cloak. Check it out. Anything special about it?
No, it just appears to be a cloak.
Yeah.
Bobby's gonna search in this corner here.
Okay, give me a perception check, Bobby.
Bobby will give you a perception check. Bobby, perception check.
That's a good perception check, Bobby. You
Thank
notice
you.
under one of the furs in his bedding, there's a box.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Is it a cat?
And there's also those weapons on that weapon rack.
Well, let's see. I'm going to consider Bobby not being too bright, so he's just going to try to go ahead and open the box.
Yeah, the box opens with no problems. It contains 241 silver pieces and 54 gold pieces.
What?
Yeah. Or, that's what you estimate anyway. I'm sure you're not taking the time to count each one right now, but what the hell.
1, 2, 3. How much was it again?
It was 241 silver and 54 gold.
All right, that's all that's in the box.
That is all that is in the box.
Is it a pretty box?
Yeah, it's pretty. It's
Box.
It's got Who reads Goblin?
Zeva.
All right, there's a picture engraved on it, like crudely engraved. It's a nice box, but crudely engraved on the lid is like a rat. It looks like it's smiling and sitting. And Zeva, when you read the inscription on the box, it says, "Good rat treats."
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, rat treats.
Yeah, the box probably held some sort of rat treats he would give to his giant rats. But now he uses it to put money in. He may have gotten them into the town of Oakhurst, or maybe he buys them at the Goblin convenience store. I don't know.
Bobby asked him what he says. What it says. What does it say?
Good rat food. Good rat treats.
Oh, okay. Bobby tosses it over his shoulder. There. I keep the money, of course. Put that,
Of course.
The party pool. And as for this cloak,
It's just a cloak. It's a cloak of patchy black fur. He
Black
probably
fur.
wears it when he's going out on the town or something.
How smelly is it?
It's fairly smelly.
I don't want it.
I mean, it might be kind of cool once it's cleaned up a little. Like maybe some
Yeah.
prestidigitation, if someone's got that, would probably make it a cool cloak to wear.
Oblip might have it. I have to check. Anyway, speaking of Oblip, he's taking a look down this little crevice.
Okay.
Since he's probably the smallest one in the group, and he's probably the only one that can fit down, it looks like. Do you see anything of interest?
Yeah, it's a crude tunnel leading away, angling west and downwards.
Is he the only one that can fit, or can other people fit?
Other people could squeeze through, but I mean, it would be really slow going.
Right.
And
Right,
it
I'm just
seems
gonna
like
go up
it's
to this.
slanted down, like after a few feet, it really starts sloping downwards.
Right. Right. We go to this corner. Another little gander. Do I see anything more of interest?
No, no, just more angling downwards and more tight squeeze.
Snitchell takes the black fur cloak and prestidigitations it,
Okay.
and he puts it on.
Okay. Yeah. So Snitchell is now wearing a cool black cloak.
Maybe dragon features.
Oh, and
Fur light even.
I know it's been forever since we played this. Well, not really. We played this last week, but before that, it had been forever. Don't forget that Snitchell does have that whistle.
Oh yeah. The undead whistle.
Yeah, and you guys have like rested long enough that he could potentially use it again.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying you should, but I just wanted to remind you that it was there because I know it had been so long since we
Yes,
played.
we had that little dude hanging out with us for a while.
Yeah,
That little undead dude.
yeah.
You zombie bastard.
And is it in your? I might have. It's in everybody's journal. So if you look in your journal, you'll see what it does and stuff. But yeah,
The
okay.
Nightcrawler.
Yeah, the night caller.
The Nightcrawler. The whistle was coming around. Alright, so who's dead around us here? Is that Bugbear dead? Like still in the other room there?
Yeah, he's still in the other room. He's dead. So are his rats. Stacked neatly in the corner where I put them to clear them from the carnage.
Hey, Siva,
Yeah.
we want an undead bugbear hanging out with us? Open doors for us?
That might not be a bad idea. Kind of don't like it, but he is a horrible shield, so to speak.
We're gonna have an undead bugbear.
Okay.
And my alignment is got it good, so I really see no problem with it. So,
Alright. Well, Snitchell is walking up to the dead old bugbear there.
I think Body might have a bigger problem with it than I do.
You know what? I'm still going to raise the bugbear at reading this. I mean, you couldn't have done it for 7 days, but I like the idea of the undead bugbear, so right now I'm going to allow it. I'm going to remove his conditions. And let me just transform him into a bugbear. I mean, into a undead bugbear.
You can do that?
Not sort of, like not easily, but easy enough.
Easy breezy, lemon squeezy.
Yeah.
I'm lost.
Okay, I just gotta pull up a zombie really quick and just replace his stuff with zombie stuff. Just take me a moment, gentlemen.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna drop a zombie in the room. Don't be alarmed by the zombie.
There we are.
Zombie bugbear under my power.
These Stoker things you have are cool.
Yeah, so he gets up and he's like, and he looks at Snitchell and he's like, "Daddy."
Creepy.
Let's see, what's a good undead bugbear name? Um,
Lurch.
Lurch. I'm thinking more colorful. Let's call him Carrot Top.
Works for me.
Come on, Carrot Top.
Carrot Top.
Alright.
Okay, so he's gonna lose his bruteness. He'll
Okay.
still use his Morning Star, but yeah.
Bobby runs back to where the stuff is, and he grabs the box.
Okay.
And he puts any sort of miscellaneous dumb trinkets left over from all the bodies that were in this room, and he puts it in the box and gives it to Carrot Top.
Okay. I like.
I mean, it was his box.
Yeah.
So now Carrot Top has a bunch of useless junk in his box.
Yeah, he seems mildly pleased to have his box back.
I remember this when I was a child. Alright. Now we need to go back to this room.
Okay, his name is now Carrot Top the Bugbear Zombie.
Yay!
Oh, and I've also got to reduce his AC. Okay. All right, so now he's going to be following you as well. Sonny and Cher looks at what you've done, and he just he just shakes his head at Snitchell. Ugh.
Cannon fodder.
Okay.
Come on, Carrot Top.
He's coming. All right, so you guys are back in the in that area where all the weird shit was going on.
Yep. Alright, last door north. Go up in there. That's where that other door was. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where all those extra weapons and things were.
Right. Okay. Who's missing?
Rio.
Zombie and Cher. Zombie and Carrot Top. Carrot Top and Cher.
Yeah, they're coming. Here's Sonny and Cher is in the room now, and here's Carrot Top. Okay.
All right, let's open that door. You want John? You want Carrot Top to do it, or just do it?
Hell yeah! Well, I'm gonna. Snitchell is gonna check the door first to see if it's unlocked and open.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
Snitchell.
You're pretty sure it's a door.
All right.
You're like, yeah, it's a door, all right.
It's a door.
Door.
Good, Carrot Top. Go open that door.
All right, Carrot Top goes over to the door. And he opens it.
To a very teeny room.
We'll go in.
It's a small 10 by 10 room. There's another door.
What's in that room, Carrot Top?
Open it.
You want Carrot Top to open the other door?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stencil's gonna stand.
Carrot Top goes over and clumsily opens up the door. And it opens into this larger area here.
Alright.
Okay. Bobby's gonna go in.
Okay?
Following Carrot Top, of course, really. But, Stitchel too. Stitchel's gonna stay like right behind Carrot Top.
Okay. Give me a second. While I get up to no good here. Okay. So you guys get up into that area, and you wanted... Oh, let me grab Sonny and Cher. Sonny and Cher comes in as well. And so does... what's his name?
Carrot Top.
Carrot Top. Okay. Nodules of luminescent fungus hang from the ceiling and walls and grow in clumps on the flagstone floor. The light vaguely illuminates portions of carvings on the stone walls that aren't covered with the fungus. The carvings depict dragons in various stages of raining fire down upon terrified people. There's soil and compost covering half of the chamber's floor, which allows a variety of feeble plants to grow. And then from the south, outside of the area you guys can see, you hear this like grumbly, womanish, growly voice, and it yells in Goblin. I don't remember. Did I put the languages script in here?
I don't remember. I think you were playing with it last time we tried.
Yeah, let me see if I did. No. So or whatever Goblin sounds like. And Zava, it's hey, what are you doing here?
Looking for you.
Well,
Actually, who are we looking for?
You found me.
Yeah.
She yells, "You found me!" She's like, "Come, help me!" And then everybody roll initiative. Hang on, I'm pulling up the initiative order.
Who's the main bad guy where you have to get to? I forget his name.
Belloc.
Bella.
Belloc.
Bella.
Ain't that the guy from
Yes.
No, that's the guy. No, that was Beloche.
Oh,
Belloc.
Brandy wine. No. No. That was Obelisk. Shit. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm still as a bugbear gardener. But did everyone? Yeah, everyone. Vote. Okay, do I have everybody on the list?
Snitchel and Bobby are on the list.
Zava, I need Oblib, and I need to. Oh, I got to pull up Sunny and share.
Obla did a 9, but he popped. I wasn't clicked on him.
Okay. Let me get Sunny and share sheet. Hang on. Click on Sunny and share. Click on his initiative, which is crappy. Alright, so Oblib needs to go on the sheet. Was it just Oblib I was missing? And what did he roll?
He rolled a 9.
Okay.
I guess Zava being only one that understands Goblin, I guess he's enamored by the female voice. Woman.
Oh.
Okay, so you hear a commotion from further down south. And you hear a door open. And yeah, that's all that happens with them. And as you hear that, this person comes running up. You can probably see her now. She is a bugbear woman. She is armed with a sickle-bladed glaive. And she's just like in Goblin again. She's like, get the fuck out of my garden. And she's like waving the glaive around. That's what she does right now. And then someone else comes through the door down below. And you hear a voice in Goblin say, "Come on, boys!" And, okay. Alright, it is now Carrot Top. I didn't roll Carrot Top's initiative. Hang on. Oh, yes, I did. He's just still listed as Balsag, which was his original name. Okay, it's his turn, John. What would you like Balsag to do?
Run up or start going over to this chick, the bugbear chick.
Okay.
And maybe she'll recognize him and get thrown off, and she'll be like, "Honey, you're home."
Okay, he starts running over to her to attack her with his Morning Star, and she does recognize him, and she yells in Goblin. She's just like, "Balsag, why are you helping these idiots? Oh my god, you look dead!" And, oh, I need to pop him out here. Carrot Top, the Bugbear Zombie. Oh no, he should have showed up like that. Hang on. I'm still going to put him in the initiative order the same place. I don't know why he says... Is everybody here? Everybody is here. Why is his name still like that? I don't like it. I wanted his name to be Carrot Top, the Bugbear Zombie everywhere. Alright, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Alright, so she says that, and he swings his Morning Star at her, hitting her for 9 points of piercing damage. And she says, "Balsag, no! My name's Carrot Top now! I'm Carrot Top. Mm.
Mitchell says, "Get her, Carrot Top, get her."
Okay, so that was his turn. Oblib.
All right. Whoa. Short bow at Lady Gardner there.
Okay.
$14?
A 14 misses her.
All right.
Ballsag, they're shooting at me. Is Oblib doing anything else this turn?
Is there any place I can get under some cover, or is it just like open ground?
It's pretty much just open ground.
All right. Well,
Now, I mean, you
I'm
are small enough that you can hide behind someone like one size larger than you. You can attempt to hide behind them.
yeah. No, I'm gonna retreat to this corner over here,
Okay.
and that's pretty much it for now.
I think Crystal is watching us in Geek Fight Club in the Twitch.
Hello.
Okay. If that is Oblib's turn, it will be Bobby Bobby.
Will we?
All right. So she seemed like she just wanted to ward us off.
Yeah, initially, yeah. You know, but she was wielding the sickle-shaped glaive.
Okay, Bobby is going to run up to her, and he's going to whack at her glaive because he doesn't want to hurt her, and he's going to say surrender.
Okay, and you're going to try and like knock the glaive out of her hand?
Yeah, so I'm attacking the glaive, not her.
Okay. All right, yeah, go ahead and try and hit that glaive.
Trying to disarm her.
Right. Okay, you do not disarm her. She holds on to her glaive. And she's like, "What are you doing?" But she says it in Goblin. So it's like... No, it's... What are you doing, buddy?
I'm trying to get your glaive out of your hands, eh?
You're a dick. Oh, Terrence, I love Ballsag. All right, is there anything else Bobby's going to do?
No. Just surrender.
Okay.
Lay down your arms. We don't want to hurt you.
Snitchel.
Snitchel, on the other hand,
Mm-hmm.
he is kind of a dick. And he is going to magic missile her.
Oh, your bugbear is your Dragonborn is a dick. Okay, she takes
And,
12 points of magic missile damage. Oh! Okay, Sonny and Cher is going to run over here past Ballsag, and he's just like, "Ah, come on, Goblin!" And this Goblin that was running up here, he is going to Sacred Flame him.
You cinched my nose.
There's my chat. Okay.
So
Oh, he does like a whole like 1 point of like, and that's if the Goblin like doesn't make his deck save. The Goblin's like, "What the hell is that, buddy?"
The sacred flame, how lame it is.
And that was Sonny and Cher's turn. Zeva.
All right. Well, I guess I'm going to attack Lady Bugbear.
Okay.
Ah. I assume that 12 missed.
Yeah, you're not even close to her though, are you? Did you move up on her?
Yeah, I moved up on her.
Okay.
Oh, wrong one.
Yeah, but you did miss her.
Alright. After I swing, I yell and goblin, yield. Yield!
Okay. All right.
Does Bobby recognize that Siva's speaking goblin?
Yeah. I would say so.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right, so these
Hey,
less
what
cool,
does things?
these less cool goblins come running up, and they're like, "Blah!" And they've got clubs, and two of them attack Sonny and Cher. The first one misses Sonny and Cher with his club. The second one also misses Sonny and Cher with his club. And this other one here, he didn't get far enough, and he's just like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay. All right. The Lady Bugbear. She is like, she's going to say... She is going to disengage and step back. And she yells in Goblin to the other goblins. She says, stand down, buddies! And the goblin whose turn it is next, that's all she does. And the other goblin, he is going to... he's like, nah! And he runs over and he takes a swing at... he takes a swing at Sonny and Cher. And he's just like, I hate dwarves so fucking much! And he misses with his scimitar. And it is now it is Carrot Top's turn. What would you like Carrot Top to do?
Can I yell something before he does?
Not like that he just tried to attack Sonny and Cher, his new best friend, and he is going to try to squash that goblin in the head.
Okay, Chuck, what were you saying?
I was going to inform my group that they have yielded.
Okay, yeah, you can just shout that out.
Okay. All right, they have yielded.
Did you still want Sonny and Cher to attack that? I mean, you still want Carrot Top to attack that goblin?
Oh fuck yeah! He just tried to hit Sonny and Cher.
Okay.
That's their guy. Prove a point.
He misses with the Morning Star. He's like, and it drags into the ground. And it is now Oblib's turn.
I'm just going to keep an arrow knocked, and I am aiming for her at this moment.
Okay.
But I am not releasing. I am ready to shoot though if anything else goes wrong.
Okay. All right. So you're basically readying an action. What
Yes.
what are you going to consider going wrong when you release it?
Anybody else attacking?
Okay.
Any other non-friendly attack?
Okay. All right. Bobby.
Bobby is also going to ready an action. Pretty much the same thing. And he's kind of worried that this woman Bugbear is, this is probably her dead husband. And he feels real bad about that.
Aww.
But he's he's gonna stay the course, and he's gonna be like, "All right, everyone, just calm the fuck down."
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So what are you gonna do if what are you gonna do if like people don't calm down? Like do you have a like you would need to move first, and then you could like make an attack as an action if someone doesn't calm down.
Right. I'm mostly focusing on the chick with the glaive,
Okay.
and I'm going to try to disarm her again.
Okay.
And that would be yeah. It is my intention to disarm.
All right. So if she does something, you're gonna try and disarm her.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Snitchel.
Snitchel is he's going to move up
Mm-hmm.
behind Carrot Top,
Okay.
and he is going to ready an action to light some of these goblins up if they don't calm the hell down. He's going to Scorching Ray some goblins if they don't calm down.
Okay. All right.
You guys like killed my entire village.
Okay. Sonny and Cher is he's like, she said stand down, and he's gonna swing at that goblin that everybody else is still swinging at. He's probably gonna go for non-lethal with the warhammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he misses. He doesn't know how to swing non-lethally, so he's just like swinging it around. Ah, stand down. Zeva.
Yelling goblin, drop your weapons!
Okay, is that all you're doing?
I am ready to swing at whoever moves. I can pretty much reach anyone on the board, so.
Well, you would need to move first, and then you like
Right.
when they do something, you would need to. Then you could take your as a reaction, you could swing at somebody.
Right. Alright, I'm gonna move.
Hi, Mondo and others.
Hi.
Hello!
Uncle Chucky.
Hi, Mondo and Chucky.
Alright, I'm just gonna move over here next to her.
Okay. Bobby, where were you moving to when you were readying your action?
I guess I was just going to kind of move up on her a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, it's good.
You know, just trying to. Not sure how he feels about this whole thing. Feels real kind of guilty.
Okay. All right. These three weaker looking goblins, they drop their clubs and they're just like, we surrender. We surrender. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, wrong. The goblin voice. All right, we surrender, buddy. Okay, and she is going to drop her glaive, and she's going to try to grapple the goblin who wasn't listening to her, and she's like yelling, "I told you to stand down! I told you to stand down, buddy!" And that was a pretty good. That was a pretty good roll, and he. Yeah, she grapples him. He is grappled, and I guess really that would be the end of the the combat unless there's something else you guys wanted to do. Like they've basically surrendered and she has dropped her glaive and she has grabbed him.
Okay.
Noisy dog.
Nice.
Okay. Snitchel and Bobby are really not sure what to do at this point.
Okay.
We're gonna let. They're kind of waiting to see what happens with this chick and our new friend Carrot Top.
Well, Carrot Top's under your control, so.
Yeah.
Right. Well, Carrot Top he's just gonna chill, but if she's like, "Honey, what are you doing here?" I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do. Because I feel real bad that we killed her husband.
Okay. All
Well,
right,
Bobby does anyway.
So
Snitch was,
at the moment, there's no more, like, you guys aren't planning on attacking anybody or anything at the moment, right?
No.
Okay,
No.
all right. So
Bobby. Snitch might. I don't know.
All right.
He's on the fence.
So that goblin, he kind of calms down and he's like breathing hard and he's like sneering at Sonny and Cher, and Sonny and Cher is like glaring back at him, and as he relaxes, like she lets him go, and he drops his scimitar, and now she's like looking at Carrot Top, and she's just like, oh, you killed Ballsag.
He gave
She
us no
says that to
choice.
us?
Yeah, well, she says only Zeva understands her at the moment. I don't think
No.
Sonny and Cher speaks good. Does Sonny and Cher speak Goblin? Let me see. He does not. Okay, so only Zeva understands, and she says, and she's like, "You killed Ballsag."
He gave us no choice.
Oh, I'm sure he didn't. He was kind of crazy, buddy. Look at the antlers on his head. He's nuts. But still, he was a friend of mine.
We are sorry.
I
We are
just,
looking for other humans. I'm looking for Belloc.
yeah, Belloc is in the grove.
Where is the grove?
It's it's through some tunnels. You go you would head what fucking way would you go? Where I'm looking for the fucking. I'm looking for the fucking thing. Oh, okay, there it is. All right, yeah, all right. She's like, it's you follow the passageway to the north, and then you would head south, and then, yeah. He's there. I can't say anything about any other humans.
Okay. I address the goblins. Are you from the tribe above?
Yeah, sure we are, buddy.
That hobgoblin is gone. Your shaman is now in control.
Oh, the hobgoblin's gone, friend.
Yes, he's been removed.
Does that mean that Does that mean that the lady's in charge?
Yes.
You didn't kill her or nothing, did you?
No.
No, that's good to know.
She has granted a safe passage as we return.
All right, cool.
Whoa.
Oh,
What happened?
I didn't mean to do that. My bad. You guys are back.
You bastard. Alright. Back to the bugbear. Do you serve Belloc, or did you serve the hobgoblin?
We all serve. We all serve Belloc. He is strong and mighty, and so we really don't have much of a choice. He came and he was like, "Yo, you will serve me now," and we were like, "Okay, buddy." He was like, "Watch what I do if you don't serve me," and we were like, "Oh no."
Do you want to leave here?
Well, then we kind of live here.
If we remove Belloc, we will have safe passes as we return, yes?
You won't have no trouble from me. You're definitely a stronger force than I am, and yeah, so, yeah, no, we don't want no trouble, buddy.
All right. All right. I relay this information to the rest of my group
We have no fight with you,
that
guy.
that the goblins are part of the tribe up top, and the bugbear has agreed to give a safe passage back through, and apparently we need to go north.
Bobby says, "I'm not your guy, friend."
I'm not your friend, buddy.
I'm not your buddy guy.
I'm not your guy, friend.
Oh, God. All right.
All right. We're gonna all walk away. We're gonna go to this book. Bobby points that door in the north. You gotta go that way. Because I know she can't understand me, or if she doesn't understand me, she's not letting on because she keeps talking goblin.
She when you point to the door, she does nod.
Okay.
Bobby asks Shiva if is there anything between Belog and here that we should know about that's going to give us some trouble?
I asked the bugbear. Are there any others we will encounter?
Probably. I mean, he does have other goblins working for him. I don't go up that way, so I don't know how many, but I mean, I do see them come and go.
More goblins, probably.
Will they listen to her?
I don't know. It depends how close they are to Belloc. Like I said, Belloc is pretty strong. We're all pretty scared of Belloc. If Belloc is nearby, they're probably more afraid of him than they would be of you. I was pretty afraid of you because, but if Belloc was here, let me tell you, if he said, listen, you fucking go kill those guys or I will turn you into a fucking fire snake, I probably would have done it. You know, but I also would have had his back, I suppose, so.
No. Ding.
I'm sorry, that was my phone, buddy.
All right. Well, I guess she can go back to her gardening, and we're going to go north, or whatever she does down here.
And Bobby's going to back off a little bit. So.
Okay, hang on a second. My system's freezing. I'm telling it to do so many things. It's like, I have so many windows open, buddy. And I'm like, I'm not your buddy, computer. And it's like, I'm not your computer, guy. And I'm like, yes, you are.
I hate that.
Let me close some windows I don't need open right now. I don't need this one open. I don't need this one open. Since you're no longer trying to kill these guys, we can close it. Close that. Close that. And we'll leave this open because that's Carrot Top. You guys might need him again soon.
Yep.
He's opening doors.
I'm opening doors.
Give him a little bellhop cap.
Bellhop cap. All right, let me. Where is he?
All right.
There he is.
You take care of that. I'll be right back, okay?
Okay. All right. As you guys are heading, let me move Zava out of here. As you guys start heading towards the door, they sulk along to the south,
Yeah.
all sulky. All right. So you're at that door.
Yeah, we're at that door, and Carrot Top's gonna open it
Okay.
or try to.
All right.
Open that door, Carrot Top.
He tips his little bellhop cap, bellhop cap, and yeah, he opens the door.
Alright, they retreated. Tell you one thing, I'm pretty glad I chose this half orc.
Comes in handy in a pinch.
Well, if he didn't do goblin, we probably would have just kept fighting,
Yep.
wasting resources.
Crystal said hello back to whoever it was said hi when I said that she was listening.
Hello.
Hello. Alright.
Yeah, me and Crystal talk a lot about Dungeons and Dragons stuff, man.
Yeah, me and her played a little bit in Okinawa. Good way to pass guard duty sometimes.
Okay. All right. So Snitchell has opened the door. I mean, not Snitchell. Carrot Top. Yeah.
Well, get in there, Carrot Top.
Ah.
You're gonna be our arrow catcher. Come on. Go for it.
Ah! He runs in there. He like has both of his arms open, like he wants to try to catch arrows.
Good job. That's what I'm talking about.
Two doors.
Okay.
Do we want to check those doors? That door to the east, or do we want to just keep going north because that's where we're supposed to go? Do we want to believe this woman, Bugbear Lady?
While you're thinking,
Just check. What?
I was gonna say while you're thinking about that, this room is just like the last one. There's luminescent mist blurring the edges of the chamber. There's nodules of glowing fungus and stuff. There's yeah. There's dragon carvings on the wall. Various stages of raining fire down upon terrified people. There's soil and compost over the floor. Yeah. And there's a gardening, there's a bench with gardening implements and a little wheelbarrow and stuff. And yeah, that's what you guys see there. Let me adjust the map for the people at home. And then I will bring Sonny and Cher back up in there.
Alright.
I think Bobby wants to try the door to the west just to see what's in there before we continue north.
Sounds good. Ding.
Okay. Hang on a second, guys. Angie just came. She's bringing me some chili. She was making chili. And she texted me, and I told her that I was in her old room and that the front door was open. Hi.
Is it
Thank
spicy?
you. Is it spicy?
Yeah.
She says, yeah.
It's
How
actually,
spicy?
Spicy.
it's not like super spicy, but it's pretty spicy.
Not super spicy, but pretty spicy.
Okay.
We're playing D&D, and it's on my Twitch channel, at Geek Fight Club.
Oh,
I shared it on the Facebook if when you go home, if you guys want to watch it or something.
Okay.
It's just goofy, you know. It's up to you.
We always watch it. Catch you later. Bye.
Okay, I love you. I've got chili.
Yay! Now you need nachos.
Aw. Okay. All right, so you're at that door.
Open it.
Okay, Bobby opens the door.
Ah,
Okay, as Bobby opens the door, see the notes here are not the best, but that's okay. Here we are. See, this is one of the problems with, like, you know, playing like so far apart in time, is like I occasionally, you know, forget where my notes is. All right, but there are some skeletons and one of those twiggy things, and the skeletons they're digging. They're like, you know, they're clearing out some scorched plants and stuff. They're just like, you know, they're not paying attention to you at the moment once you open the door. But the twiggy thing looks at you and it's like whatever twiggy things sound like, and he starts running at the door. And once again, let's roll some initiative. And that was the noise he made. That's the new twig blight noise. That's what they sound like.
it's so crazy.
All right. All right. I was just gonna wave hi at him like nonchalantly, but if he's gonna be like that, all right, all right.
Well, I mean, if you get advantage, if you get initiative over him, I mean, you could always, like, you know.
Slam the door in his face.
Sure, you could do something like along those lines.
Wait for the last second so he just bangs into it. Ooh, Bobby got a 21. Slam that door.
Which way does the door open, in or out?
It opened into the room.
Ah,
Do I have everybody on here? 2, 3, 4. Oh, I don't have Sonny and Cher yet.
You have Carrot Top on there?
I gotta get Carrot Top on there as well. Yep, hang on. Sonny and Cher with his real shitty fucking initiative.
damn dwarves.
I'm slow! Okay, let me adjust the initiative. Any ties?
Negative.
No ties. All right, so Bobby, that's what you saw. Like, those skeletons are like clearing away burned up plants. The twig blight sees you, and he's like, "Brr, brr, 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 brr," and he starts like heading towards the door.
I'll run up to meet him,
Okay, cool.
and then I'll break his twiggy ass.
All right.
Maybe.
Yeah, that hits his twiggy ass. What does it look like when you kill the twiggy man?
He just, with my greatsword,
Yeah.
I just kind of like blast through him, and he just explodes into like a little pile of twigs. And I take a quick glance around the room. Are
Yeah.
the skeletons still just digging?
They looked up as you ran in. They were still digging, and then you slammed the Twiggy guy with your greatsword, and like little pieces of twig went all over the place, and all their jaws like dropped, and it's like if they had like lungs and stuff, it would have been like, and they look like they might get aggressive.
Okay.
Where the hell is it?
Well, I'm going to use the rest of my. Oh, can I take a quick perception around the room to see if there might be anything of value or anything good
No,
I might want to investigate this further?
that would be an action which you use to kill Twiggy.
I see. All right. Well, then I am just going to assume there's nothing else in here, and I'm going to use the rest of my action, chance an opportunity attack,
Okay.
and run out and close the door behind me.
Yeah, that skeleton that you were right next to, he swings a shovel at you. Does a 13 hit you?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. And I've changed my mind as to what Twiggy sounds like. Retroactively. The twig blights, because I called him Twiggy, which is close to Tweaky. They go beady beady beady. So if you face more of them, remind me that that's what they sound like.
Beady 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 beady.
Hey, Bobby. Okay, so Bobby has run out of the room. Zeva.
And close the door behind him.
Yeah, you can close the door behind you. That's fine.
Okay.
Zeva.
Okay, well, since I spied a couple undead and he just shut the door, I'm going to, well, they have to see me, but I'm going to step in front of the door and have my holy symbol ready. And as soon as they open the door, I am going to start turning.
Okay. All right. Sonny Anshare runs up here and he's just like, "What happened? What happened?" And he's
Undead.
Oh. Okay, Oblib.
Arrow. I should be able to shoot around my friendlies if need be. Yes? No?
Yeah. Just don't roll a 1.
Yeah. That way you can. All the ones are bad.
Okay. I should have closed the door back up, but that's all right. Okay. They open the door. And Zeva, you can go. That was your trigger, so you can attempt to turn them before they take their action.
What the hell is that? Wisdom? I'm gonna have to roll wisdom on that. Damn it.
Yeah, so you're turning. So yeah, what do they have to what do they have to beat?
I have no idea. I have 12.
Hang on. Let me look at your.
I did not open my player's handbook. Stupid shark is stupid.
Oh, the turn undead's not in your thing. Your channel. Okay, hang on.
I didn't see it.
It should be the same as your spell DC. I'm pretty sure.
All right. So, 12.
Okay. Okay, 2 of them. As an action, you present your holy symbol and speak a prayer, censoring the undead. Each undead you can see or hear within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom save. If it fails its save, it's turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage, and it must run away from you. So, all right. So these 2 start running away. he had that much movement left, and let's say he had probably this much movement left. They're running, they're running, they're running.
Running away, eh?
This guy's not running, and he sees you holding up your holy symbol, and he's like, "Ah!" Even though he has no lungs, and he swings a shovel at you. I don't think a 15 hits David, does it?
I'm gonna say no, but let me get back to the front.
It doesn't. Yeah, your armor class should be 16 when I pull it up.
Yeah. Yeah,
Alright.
16. Good.
What kind of armor are you wearing?
Chain.
Okay, so the shovel hits the chain, but it doesn't do anything. It's just clank. And it is now Carrot Top's turn.
Snitchel tells Carrot Top, says, "Get him!"
Okay. Carrot Top runs over here. He can't get oh yeah, no, he can run through you guys and go over here. So he runs past you guys and he's like, "Argh!" And well, no, he's only got 20 feet of movement. So he comes up here and he's just he's like, because he's only got 20 feet of movement now that he's a zombie. Well, you know, he'll dash inside. He can't attack, but he dashes in. And he's just like, and he's like, you know, looking menacing for a guy. Snitchel.
Snitchel doesn't want to waste a spell slot. Can I take a free action and yell at Bobby for being an idiot?
Yeah, you can do that. You can use your whole action to do that. If you're not taking an action.
I'm going to shoot a crossbow bolt at him, at the skeleton.
Okay, sure. Just don't roll a 1. Yeah, you didn't roll a 1. Yeah, that hits him. He takes 8 points of piercing damage. Or no, does he? I think he takes half because he's Oh no, he doesn't. Yep, no, he takes the full.
No fleshies.
He takes the full 8 piercing. So he's like,
Snitchel says, Bobby, you asshole, what are you doing?
The Twig Blight is dead. Beady, beady, beady. And it is Bobby's turn. Back to the top of the order.
Bobby takes his greatsword and slashes at the skeleton with a 9.
A 9 does not do it.
And he yells back at Snitchel, I don't know!
Okay, Zeva.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to great sword the skeleton in front of me.
Okay.
Oven.
You miss with an 11.
Yeah.
Wow. The freaking dexterous skeleton.
Must be the robe.
Sonny and Cher is like, oh, Sacred Flame! And the skeleton must make a dex save. He does not make it. He takes 6 points of radiant damage. His eye sockets like glow with holy light as he just crumbles to the floor and like all of his bones just like kind of fall apart.
Yeah.
He did. Oblib.
Alright, I'm going to assume I don't have line of sight on the other two.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to stay stationary. Actually, no, I'm going to move up. And I'm just going to move up.
Okay.
Arrow still knocked, but yeah. From where I was, I know I did not have line of sight. So my waist. I'm done.
Okay. Alright, the other two skeletons is now their turn, and They run all the way this way, like fearing for their lives. They're like, no. If they could speak. And that's all they were able to do this turn. It is now Carrot Top's turn. What does Snitchell want Carrot Top to do?
Snitchell is going to, Carrot Top is going to pursue, but he is not going to attack. He's going to be kind of guard them. He says guard those two.
Okay. All right. So he comes over here and he's just standing there and he's just like making zombie type sounds and stuff, and he's like, you know, swinging that Morning Star back and forth. And that's all he's going to do. So Snitchell.
Snitchell's going to come in, and he's going to use his action to investigate the room.
Okay. Perception. Okay, all you really get from the room is like, you see the burnt plants and stuff. There's like little pieces of twig all over the place. There's a dead skeleton near the door, and two skeletons like kind of walking into the wall, like, you know, frantically walking into the wall.
Any other doors, windows, portals that I could see? Nothing. Just
None,
all.
yeah, none that you can see.
Snitchell casually walks out and tells Bobby he's an asshole again.
Okay. All right.
Bobby says, I was just worked up.
All right.
I need to kill me something.
We're back at the top of the order. What would you guys like to do?
Bobby wants to try to go back in and search the room while these guys are still being turned.
Okay, Bobby can go in and do a perception check. Yeah, you pretty much see the same thing. There are like scorched plants and stuff, and you know, there's a skeleton by the door in pieces. It's like, what if Obi-Wan's robe still had bones in it after Darth Vader cut him down? And the two skeletons are against the walls, pieces of twig that you left all over the place. You made a mess. And there's a undead bugbear, like, menacingly swinging his Morning Star back and forth.
All right. Bobby leaves.
Okay.
Well, you know, that last encounter we had, you know, I got all worked up. I thought I was going to kill something, but I couldn't. So, you know, I wanted to kill something. Let's go.
All right, so is that what you guys want to do? You just want to leave?
Bobby and Snitchell have every intention of leaving and calling for Garrett Top to come.
Okay. Is there anything we can block the door with?
If anyone has
a
like
shovel.
a spike or a python, yeah, you could probably even grab the shovel and try to use it to block the door.
All right.
I mean, the door opens into the room, so but
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Can we prop the handle of the shovel through the handle of the door or something?
Sure, yeah. That's
Or
fine.
something.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Then we lock. All right. Let's seal off the room
Okay.
and. As long as they can't come menace us, they can just keep running through the wall for all I care.
Okay.
Mondo, what's this right here?
That is a table.
or-
Yeah, it's a table with like gardening tools and stuff on it.
And that's just a regular wheelbarrow?
Yeah.
Can we blockade that door with that stuff?
Yeah, sure, if you'd like. Absolutely.
I would like to.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, you guys do that. The wheelbarrow has a square wheel. It's a little hard to move. You have no idea what the fuck these people are doing.
Oh God!
But you're able to get it. You're able to get it there.
We drag the wheelbarrow over there, or the block barrel, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really call it a wheel. We blockade the door.
Okay. Yeah, you've done a pretty good job blockading the door.
All right, Carrot Top, open that damn door.
All right. Carrot Top opens the door, pushes into the room.
All right, let's go in.
Okay, Carrot Top goes into the center of the room and he's like swinging his the same way he was doing when those skeletons were there. He's just like kind of swinging the Morning Star back and forth. Sunny and
Door
Cher is
southwest. All I say.
Okay, yeah. Let me read the description. Okay. If I, you see, let me look around at this fucking thing again real quick. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, yeah, alright. So, yeah, you just see that door. I understand the map now. I understand it. I understand the map! Took me a minute, which I'm very embarrassed about. But again, it was a while since I read through this, so...
Yeah.
And I was hoping. I mean, I understand Damien. It's really early in the morning, and he just hasn't gotten up yet, and that's fine. But I was hoping we were gonna do some Wolverines tonight, but that's okay. This is fun too.
Yeah, I like Bobby and Snitchel, but I miss my guys.
I know.
This is my Fredo.
I still love Bobby's name. Bobby might be one of my favorite character names of all time. Bobby is just a great fucking name. It's even better than Sonny and Cher, which I thought was like a great name. And then I was like, yeah, this dwarf and cleric's name is Sonny and Cher. And you're just like, this is Bobby. And I was like, damn it, he foiled again.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Oh, I was gonna read this to you. It's pretty much the same as the other room, sort of. There's luminescent mist blurring the edges of the octagonal chamber. There's nodules of glowing fungus dotting the stone walls and ceiling, as well as the caps of toadstools and mushrooms, small polyps, puffballs, and lichen. The humid air reeks with rot. So it's a little more descriptive than the other rooms. And then yeah, you guys see that door to the
Southwest.
Thank you.
All right. Bobby and Snitchel are going to check the room.
Sure. Who was Oh, okay. Um yeah, Bobby, you're able to count the number of mushrooms. There are 52 mushrooms. You do it almost like Rain Man style. You're like looking around the room. You're like, yeah, 52 mushrooms. And Snitchell, you just see the plants as well. I mean, there doesn't seem to be. Neither one of you seem to seem anything of interest in the room other than the plants. Yeah, 52 mushrooms. Yeah.
I'm going to say that Snitchell got distracted by Bobby's Rain Man impression. And
Yeah.
that he was just, you asshole, there's nothing here. Let's go.
Yeah. 75 polyps. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Ar-
sucks.
Arbitorium. Yeah. Mushrooms. Yeah.
Alright. Now, since there's nothing here, let's go through this door.
Come on, Carrot Top.
Okay.
Get this.
Carrot Top goes over to the door, and he opens it up. And then this time he just stands there.
Get in there, buddy. You're going first. Go catch some arrows.
Okay. He goes into the room. And just kind of, he just kind of wanders south.
There, looks like the dragon altar of some sort.
Yeah. Okay. Dragon carved granite blocks line this chamber's walls and ceiling, though many are crumbled and broken, leaving stony debris on the floor. There's a huge marble statue of a rearing red dragon in the curve of the western wall. That's this guy here. The eye sockets of the dragon are empty, but a red glow lingers there, providing reddish light throughout the chamber. The radiance casts an inky shadow behind the statue's wide wings. A 5-foot diameter circular tile of dark stone is set in the floor in front of the dragon statue. Runes are carved around the circular tile's inner edge.
Want to read the runes?
Hey, I'm gonna. Snitchell's gonna come back here and he's gonna say, "Hey, everyone, come back to the corridor here. Everyone should come back to the corridor."
Okay?
And then, Carrot Top,
Yeah.
go walk on that block.
Okay.
Go check it out, buddy. Nothing happens?
Nah.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to check.
Sure.
just in case that damn thing like lit some fire into the room or something.
Okay.
All right. Bobby's gonna come around toward the back. Uh-oh. I guess I see something.
What do your human eyes see?
There's just shadow back there. It's just shadow, man. It's just shadow.
Okay. Well, he was gonna. To be fair, he's just gonna go back there to investigate until he finds something to see.
Okay.
So how far do you want me to go? Because he's gonna keep going.
Well, you can go up towards the statue and then give me an investigate check.
Right there.
Sure. And then while you're giving me an investigate check, yeah, your investigate check reveals that there's a shadow that jumps at you. It's coming for you. It's an angry shadow, and yeah, I need everyone to roll initiative again.
Oh. Snitchell takes a free action and say, "Damn it, Bobby, Bobby."
I guess I probably should have like hid the shadow before. Whenever I have stuff hiding, like when I make my own stuff, I automatically like just put it to the GM layer, and so I just assumed it was on the GM layer. I wasn't paying attention.
Damn, I suck.
Why? What'd you
Oh my
get?
goodness.
What'd you get?
I got a 5 and a 3.
Oh my
Oh, well.
goodness. All right. Hang on. Carrot Top. Can't forget Carrot Top. And Sonny and Cher. Show me my windows, please. I need my Sonny and Cher. Thank you. Hey. I should probably up the RAM in my computer just because, like, lately I've been asking it to do so much. I ask so much of it.
Do it.
Ram it.
Okay. Okay. Because I've been nice in other ways, I'm going to go ahead and, even though you saw the shadow when you weren't supposed to, I'm going to go ahead and say that you are surprised by the shadow and it attacks you because I'm nice most of the other time. The shadow attacks Bobby Bobby. Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
Okay. You take 11 necrotic damage.
Whoa.
It got you pretty good. And your strength is reduced by 1.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That was an 11?
Yep, 11 necrotic and your strength down by 1.
Is there some way to just kind of do that temporarily, or do I just adjust it?
Just adjust it. And we'll just keep track of it, and we'll just, whenever you feel better, we can always just bump it back up.
Okay. Bobby lets out a crying yell. Ew!
That's a good yell.
Ooh.
And we'll start at the top of the order with Snitchell.
Why?
Sonny and Cher would have come down this far with the rest of you.
Snitchell's gonna keep his distance a little bit, but he's gonna come around and say, "What the hell?" He's gonna come right here. Does he see the shadow so he can get attacked now? Being that
Yeah, the
Right,
shadow,
back
now
at
that it's moving around and stuff, you can see it.
okay, he is going to magic missile that bitch.
Okay. Nice. You do 14 points of magic missile damage on the shadow.
God damn it, Bobby.
And it goes, oh. If that's the end of Snitchel's turn, it will be Carrot Top's turn.
Get him, Carrot Top. Bash his brains in.
Okay, Carrot Top runs over and swings his Morning Star.
Nice.
And he hits. Since you are in control of Carrot Top, even though I'm rolling the dices and stuff, tell me what it looks like when Carrot Top kills a shadow.
His Morning Star goes right through the shadow, dissipating him completely.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Morning Star hits the floor, and he expected it to be more substance.
Yeah.
So he just kind of like trips over his own Morning Star and kind of whacks into the wall confusedly
Okay.
as the shadow dissipates into nothingness.
All right. Okay. That happens. All right. Yeah, the shadow appears to be dead.
All right.
Bobby stumbles to the center of the room and says, I don't know, feels so good. And that really upset me for some reason. I'm not happy.
Aw.
All right. He took a pretty good hit, so I'm going to do Cure Wounds on him.
I feel weak. My tum-tum hurts.
Aw.
I can give you back 5, but I can't do anything about your tum-tum or your strength, unfortunately.
Thank you. I feel cold. Does anyone have a blanket?
Mitchell's got that stinky.
Yeah, I was about to say, Carrot Top starts reaching for like the cloak that Snitchel's wearing.
All right, yeah. Snitzel's gonna give it to Bobby. Call him an asshole. Put this on you, asshole. God, always getting into trouble. Can't help it. Just want to kill stuff, but nicely. You have to decimate evil. My tummy hurts.
All right, Sonny and Cher. He walks over and he looks at the runes and he's just like, I can't read this. And he walks away.
Are the runes in Draconic?
Actually, they are in Draconic, yes.
Snitchel can read Draconic.
Okay, they read in Draconic, let the sorceress power illuminate my spirit.
I am a sorcerer. What does that mean? Can you read it again?
Yeah, let the sorceress power illuminate my spirit.
I am going to use my cantrip to cast light on who else deals with magic. I'm wondering if I should stand on the thing in front of it and then cast light on the dragon statue, or cast light on the thing on the floor. What do you think?
What did it say again?
Should I stand here
No.
and then cast
What-
light? On the
What did the
dragon?
runes say? What did the runes say again?
Uh, cast. I'm sorry. Cast light on my spirit. Something like that.
Let the sorcerer's power illuminate my spirit.
Let the
Yeah.
sorcerer's power illuminate my spirit in Draconic. So it's
Haka, haka, haka. Durka, durka, durka.
I'm gonna say stand in front of it and cast on the statue.
all right. I'm gonna stand on the thing in front of the statue. I'm gonna cast light on the statue.
Okay. You cast light on the statue.
Please.
You can it illuminates some more of the room, and the tile is glowing red.
The tile he's standing on.
Yeah, glows red in the white light.
Huh. Since he's standing on, does he feel anything?
Nope.
I give a little hop.
Okay. You give a little hop.
I see if it'll lift somehow, maybe.
How are you trying to see that?
I get down on my knees and I take something to try to see if I can pry it up somehow or something.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Maybe like a little push plate, just like.
Nope, doesn't pry up.
How big is the glowy red thing? As big as the statue's base?
No. The statue's base is a lot bigger than it.
Bobby, you weak bastard. Maybe you should go try to push that thing onto this thing.
Does Bobby want to try that?
Yeah, Bobby's going to try to push it along with Snitchell, because Snitchell's
Okay.
also.
Bobby can roll a strength check with advantage since Snitchell's helping him.
So really, Snitchell's going to push with Bobby's help. Because actually, Snitchell is actually stronger right now. Meaning that Bobby went down to 13 strength.
Okay.
That's all right. Yeah.
All right. Well, the statue will not budge. It seems to be pretty. It seems to be pretty in there.
Okay. All right.
Obla wants to check out the statue.
Okay.
Investigation.
Perception. Well, no, investigation. If you're just checking the statue, yeah, investigation.
Yeah.
You're pretty sure that the statue doesn't move. You're pretty sure it's not supposed to.
Okay.
It seems like
Anything
it's
else?
cemented to the floor really well.
That's one solid piece.
Yeah.
All right. Huh. Go back and get some of those glowy polyp mushroom thingies and put them on the discolored tile.
Okay, you guys can do that fairly easily. Yeah, you can grab some glowy shit and put it on the tile.
Alright. Anything change?
Nope.
Housekeeping.
A little robot comes out from underneath the base of the dragon statue, sweeps him up, and like scoots back in.
Damn you, Zumba. Roomba. Roomba Zumba.
So, are the eyes glowing any more than they were before?
No, not anymore. Not any more than they were before. I mean, they're still glowing slightly, but
Okay.
Yeah, this one's got me stumped.
the Peanut Gallery, aka Crystal, suggested you investigate the statue for a lever, but you would have found it with your investigate check,
Right.
and there wasn't one. I'm gonna keep my Facebook open on my phone so I can see what she says.
Um, why is that tile glowing? It could be nothing.
Hey, Carrot Top, get on that stone again.
Okay, Carrot Top gets on the stone.
Still nothing.
Nothing.
As your characters move back. He's going to explode!
Just whack it. Whack it with your morning star.
He starts whacking at the tile.
Nothing. All right, just stop.
Ow. Oh. Ow. Oh. Oh, Tony. Do any other runes start glowing or anything, or change?
No, the only runes that are glowing are the ones on the tile that say "Let the sorceress power illuminate my spirit."
How about if I'm going to try to put a firebolt onto the square.
Okay.
I think you should try throwing light on the square itself first.
Well, either way, it's cantrips.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, your firebolt hits the tile, nothing happens.
All right, I cast light on the tile.
Okay, that happens, and the light on the statue goes out, and the tile is now lit up.
No change other than that.
Nope.
I cast light back on the statue.
Okay, that happens.
I focus in the eyeball. I put it in the eyeball.
Okay, there's light in the eyeballs.
Does the square light up again?
Yeah, just from the light, the white light of the light spell causes the tile to glow red. Yeah.
Right.
Look up at the ceiling. Anything?
Nah, the ceiling just looks like a regular ceiling.
I say we just move on.
That's what I'm thinking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just screw this. Come on, Bobby. Come on, Carrot Top. Let's go. Another door to open.
Okay.
I'm going to leave the light spell on, though.
Mm-hmm.
Let it go.
What is Snitchell and Bobby's passive perception?
Actually, I was just going to ask you. While all right, Snitchell's is 9. Bobby's is 13.
Okay. What were you gonna ask me?
I wanted to check around the back of the walls and stuff, see if I could find any secret doors, levers, or something while this thing's slowly red.
All right, sure. Give me a perception check.
Bobby was going to do that first. And so we'll do it next.
Okay. All right, Bobby, you notice that one of the stones in the wall behind the statues looks loose.
Oh.
Hey, you assholes. Why don't you come back here and check this stone out? Keep that light going. All right, Bobby tries to mess around with the stone.
The stone falls out. There's like a little nook in there, and there's a small stack of gold and 2 flasks. There's about 34 gold and 2 flasks.
$34 gold.
34 gold and 2 flasks. Yes.
I open one of the flasks and take a sip.
Okay, before you can take a sip of the flask, it is you get this like it doesn't seem like something you would want to drink. It's like you get like a really strong like smell of like almost like gasoline.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does it resemble oil or something, or just something maybe flammable, I guess? What do you want me to roll? History?
Oh, you know what? All right, I'm just gonna tell you this before you open it. All right, we'll do it like this. We'll do it like this. I'm gonna retcon this one. Okay. Written on the flask, it says "Alchemist's Fire."
Oh.
I probably should have read up on Alchemist's Fire, but yeah, it just says Alchemist's Fire on it.
Okay.
It's written
It
like
seems like it might be a waste, but does anybody want to throw Alchemist Fire on this glowy red circle now?
I guess a drop or two wouldn't hurt.
Bobby comes over to Snitchell, hands him a flask, says, "Hey, you're resistant to fire. Why don't you do that?"
have Snitchell roll me an Arcana check.
Snitchell is going to roll you an Arcana check. Snitchell is fucking hating life lately.
Yeah, Snitchell's just like, okay.
It's a bottle. What do you want? Alchemist Fire on it. Die.
All right, so what are you doing, Snitchell?
Snitchell is going to drop a couple of drops on the glowy red circle.
Okay, once you open it, the contents immediately burst into flame.
Oh.
Give me a deck save. That's good enough. I wasn't going to make it particularly difficult. You're able to throw the bottle before it like hurts you.
Okay.
Where you want to throw it?
there.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, so you throw it at the tile. The tile starts like there's like fire on it now, and it's like it's all burny and stuff, and it's like whatever a burny sounds like, and yeah, nothing new seems to be happening there aside from the fact that the tile is on fire. If you stand there long enough, it eventually starts like sputtering as it like starts to go out.
Oh, well, that was a waste. So now we have one flask of alchemist fire. Let's save that one.
Yeah, that might come in handy. Throw it at Balak or whatever, whoever that is down there, or something. Here, catch!
Okay. All right. I'm spent hanging around this dragon statue. I
Yeah.
think we should move on.
All right, I'm gonna get some coffee really quick, guys. Hang on.
Okay.
Coffee, good.
I can't help but think we're still missing something, but
That's what I'm feeling though, but I'm not sure what.
yeah, and I don't want to spend all night just dicking around with this statue.
Yeah.
He'll tell us later when it's too late. Maybe I should have threw it on the statue. Oh, maybe I should have thrown it on the statue.
Possibly. Want to throw the other one on the statue?
Well, because the light spell illuminated that thing.
Right.
So if something as powerful as alchemist fire would be stronger than a light spell, how much? Yeah, that might have done something a little more. It is a dragon, right?
True. True.
I don't know. I mean, do we really need alchemist fire for anything?
Aside from the obvious effect of being a grenade, yeah. I mean, no. It's going to make a nice grenade. We throw it at Belloc or something slightly powerful or something we want to remove.
No. Yeah, I guess.
But I don't know.
Yeah, we should have thrown it on the statue. I think we should have thrown it on the statue.
We only got one more. It's no big deal. I don't think we need it that bad. We pretty much decimated everything in this dungeon.
You want to throw it on the statue before we go? Just see what the fuck happens. Is Mondo laughing at us? Have you got come back with your coffee and heard our conversation?
Yeah, I've caught the tail end of it here. Yeah.
Well, we wanted to move on, but we feel like we're going to be missing something if we leave, but we just can't figure it out. But
For all we know, that little thing in the back was it. But we can either keep the alchemist fire and use it as a grenade type weapon, or drop it on the dragon head over here.
I'm going to do it. All right, everyone get away from the statue. Step away from the statue. Bobby throws the Snitchell throws the last flask of alchemist fire at the statue.
Okay. All right, it hits the statue, and like the statue just becomes engulfed in flame, and it's burning, and if you wait long enough, eventually it'll start to sputter out.
All right, while it's burning, Snitchell is going to start jumping on that red disc again.
Okay. That happens. You're jumping up and down on the red disc.
Bobby starts jumping on it too.
Okay. Well, there's only room for one. In
Okay.
the center of
Let's
it.
they'll take turns.
Okay. Yeah, nothing happens.
They hug each other and jump on it in unison.
Oh god. Alright.
Belloc comes out of that door and he just like looks at you guys like hugging each other and jumping up and down, and he's just like, the fuck? And he just like shakes his head sadly and just like closes the door again.
Alright. Yeah, I think we're done here, John.
Okay. All right. We're done.
We got coin. We got badge. We're good.
Yay, coin.
All right, so what do you guys do?
Let's go through that door.
Well, we should have done 30 minutes ago.
Okay. Is Snitchel opening the door?
No. Carrot Top, go open that door.
Okay.
What am I, crazy? I'm not going to open that door. No
All
way.
right. Carrot Top opens the door and steps into the room.
All right. Schnitzel's going to come behind him.
Alright.
Bobby.
Yeah, my guys are in.
Okay. Leaning and fallen stone bookshelves fill this chamber. There's a clear path connecting wooden doors on opposite walls. You know, you can kind of see the path. There are torn and burnt pages, bindings, and scrolls forming disordered piles in the corners.
Schnitzel investigates to see if anything's still worth anything.
Roll a perception check.
$15?
Yeah. You find a spell scroll of Scorching Ray and a spell scroll of Melf's Acid Arrow and a book of dragon lore bound in dragon scale, written in Draconic.
Ooh.
On the cover of the book in the dragon scale, there's like there's a bunch of pictures of different colored dragons, and there's like an arrow that like kind of spins like between them and stuff, like, you know, like almost like you could select a dragon, and there's a string at the base of the book. With a little with a little ring, a little metal ring at the bottom of the string.
Oh god, it's freaking speak and say. The cow goes. Oh. The red dragon goes. Roar.
I investigate the string with the ring on it.
Yeah, it looks like you would pull it out of the book cover and stuff.
I pull it.
Okay, you pull it, and the arrow starts spinning around, and it rests on a blue dragon, and it says, "The blue dragon shoots lightning." It says it in Draconic, though.
Right. Say no shit.
What did it say? What did it say?
Says you're an asshole. Let's go.
You don't know me, book. I don't need to talk to you, Jackie.
No, it's like a children's book for dragons, I guess. I don't know. It's pretty funny.
Like, the contents inside seem pretty valuable. Like, the contents inside seem to be, like, you know, really good information. But the cover is for children. because your brother DM has problems.
Alright, let's hold on to that, because information on dragons is good.
Okay.
Alright, Carrot. Next door.
Next door.
Okay, Carrot Top goes over to the next door. And he opens it up. And he steps into the room.
Alright, let's follow. Ooh, stairs.
Yeah, there's a staircase. Hang on, I'm gonna read the. There are damp and crumbled steps descending sharply. That's all it says.
Alright, well, I guess we go down.
Okay, put everybody. Well, no, I think everybody's in there except for me. Okay, is everybody here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The steps descend 15 feet. There's an 8-foot high stone corridor, passing about 7 feet below that room that you guys were in before. If your mapping was correct, there's no way to move you there without just like picking you up and moving you there. So I'm going to be moving you guys a little bit to the right.
To the right, to the right.
No.
And you guys can rearrange yourselves in some sort of marching order or something once I have you guys in the little area there. And let me know when you guys... I mean, it's not that far, so as long as you weren't like zoomed in like mad tight.
Well, Snitchel is staying behind Carrot Top, no matter what. Bobby feels less squishy, but yeah.
Where's Carrot? There's Carrot Top. Okay. All right, so I'll put Carrot Top in the front. Sunny and Cher is bringing up the rear, so you can rearrange the rest of your guys and let me delete them from this end of the corridor. Oh, that's my I should go to bed soon alarm.
Oh,
I'm gonna hang out. I'm gonna hang out for a few more minutes, of course, obviously. But well, how many more? I don't know. It's going on 1, so I think we might end it shortly and save the big thing for next week. But we'll continue a little further though.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Because if I don't want to get too much further into it, because if I go too far into it, I will definitely be up too late. Because it does got to work in the morning.
All right. Come on, Carrot Top. Let's go.
Sunny and Cher still bringing up the rear. I don't know how you guys want to set yourselves up. I just moved some of you.
Keep pushing forward. But Carrot Top needs to be going in front.
Okay. All right. Carrot Top's basically going to keep going until you tell him to stop.
Okay. Bobby is going to stay 1 square behind him in a flanking position.
Okay.
Ooh, a door finally. There's a door open? No.
Yeah, stop at that door
Okay.
Oh, I think I see another door.
and open it.
Okay.
Don't forget to tip your little hat first.
All right. He tips his little red hat. And go back to my notes here. Notes. Okay. He tries to open the door. It's a wooden door, and he does not. He can't open it. He just kind of shakes it a little bit, and he looks really upset, and he shakes it again, and he looks back at you guys like, his dead eyes like all milky and stuff, and he looks really upset with himself, and he tries to shake it again, and he seems to be very upset.
All right, that's okay. That's okay. Here, Carrot Top, just kind of move away and let's see if we can't do something about the door, and then we'll let you go in.
Okay, he looks really sad and steps back.
There is another door further south.
Here, go try that door. Yeah, go try that door while we fix with this one. Do we have a lock picker?
Yeah, I got lots. Where's my rogie? Alright, Alright. Is there a keyhole?
There is a keyhole.
Alright. Let's try and pick it. Nice. $18.
You are not able to pick it.
Alrighty then.
I don't know. So what's wrong with you? Can't you pick a lock?
It's tough. Tough, man.
All right, well, let's move down to the next door.
It's a double barrel construction.
Okay, so you guys are going down to the next door?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Carrot Top, can you open that one?
Okay. Carrot Top opens the door. And there are a bunch of goblins. And they look towards the door. And, they're like, "Get them!" And that's where we'll end it tonight. There's your cliffhanger.
Okay.
Because it's going to get big from there, and I don't want to. Like I said, it'll be a bit. So we'll pick it up next week. And next week would probably actually finish Sunless Citadel. So so even if Damien does join us next week, we'll probably do Sunless Citadel, and I will give him Sonny and Cher and Carrot Top.
Okay. Now I'm counting on maybe some of those goblins might recognize Carrot Top, and maybe we could, but just put that out there.
Well, if we're getting close, these guys are going to be more swayed by Belloc.
Yeah, but they don't know we're bad. Well,
Sure.
all right, maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, yeah, they're friends with zombies, so.
Crystal
Yeah.
says, "Awesome and good job, guys."
Thank you, Crystal.
Donka. Donka, donka, donka.
I like our door opener.
Yeah, I'm glad I let you keep him alive. Well, bring him back to life, even though it wasn't supposed to be 7 days. I allow it.
It's much easier to have him open doors on his own than have a guy tied to a chair and throw him through doorways.
Yeah. And John Crystal also says to you, for your Dark Tower, long days and pleasant nights.
Ah, long days, pleasant nights. Thank you, Si.
Yeah, so good job, guys. So I'm gonna retroactively, well, not retroactively, but I'm gonna tell you just because I want to about that tile thing. Because I'm not going to let you go back and like do it now. But if you stood in the center of the tile and read the sentence, let the sorcerer's power illuminate my spirit out loud while standing in the center of the tile, you would have been engulfed in spectral flame harmlessly, and you would have had advantage on charisma checks for 24 hours.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
I knew he would tell us to when it was too late.
Yeah.
That's what I told Chucky when you went to go get coffee. I said, "Oh well, we'll just go on." But he'll tell us later when it's too late to do anything about it.
Not that we do too many charisma checks, so.
Yeah, it's like it wouldn't have mattered much.
Yeah.
I had to reread the thing really quick because when you had what's his name standing in it, Carrot Top, I thought it would have been really funny if you read it. And actually, if you had him in the middle of it and then read the thing aloud, I probably would have just let it work on him, so that your bugbear zombie would have had advantage on his charisma checks. I probably would have put him in a little tuxedo with a top hat and a cane. Who's on the roof?
Oh goodness.
Crystal, if you're still watching, while I still have the stream going, how does it sound? Because I'm not listening to it because I have to turn the volume down, otherwise I get terrible echo. But I'm just curious how if we all sound about the same volume and stuff. Hopefully I've solved my my sound issues. Like I said, luckily my Saturday game that I'm podcasting, one of the players is also streaming it. So when I realized that my stream from Saturday's game was terrible, like the volume, it would take a lot of fixing, I listened to hers and hers sounded pretty good, so I downloaded her video so that I could rip the audio out of it. I was like, well, thank God she's doing it. Because, man, that audio was horrible.
I feel like a tool because I haven't put my headset in because I hate wearing a headset.
Cool, thank you.
That's
why it's got some feedback?
Issue any if I do that?
Yeah, there was a very little bit of feedback from you, John, but it was not bad. It wasn't much. It was fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't like
Okay.
how sometimes, like when we get the big feedback.
Okay.
All
So
right,
this
cool.
was a little better, but you're still getting it?
Yeah, a little bit, but
Okay.
but
Sorry.
no, it's fine, and like I said, it wasn't bad at all. Like it didn't, like sometimes when it's bad, I'm just like, who's not wearing headphones? And I didn't feel the need to do that. Very rarely, I would hear, I'd hear myself and I'd be like, oh, okay. But like I said, it wasn't bad.
Okay.
And Crystal says it sounded great, so good. I seem to have solved my audio issues. Yeah.
Hooray!
And I think part of it was like some of the extra audio I had feeding into it, maybe, which I stripped out, which was good, and because I enjoy streaming, even if nobody's watching. Although Crystal watched us tonight.
Yay!
I tweeted it, and so of course it went to like my Twitter and my Facebooks. So I wasn't sure if we were going to be like virtually ignored, or if we were just going to get one person like Crystal, or if like all of our friends from our childhood were going to come and make fun of us.
What a bunch of geeks.
You're a bunch of phonies, big fat phonies. You're just making up the rules as you go along when you feel like it, you big fat phony. Yeah, I put a disclaimer in the podcast notes for each episode that like house rules are in effect because I mean I don't have a lot of listeners on that podcast right now, like almost none at the moment. But if people do listen, especially strangers, I don't want them being like, you're not supposed to. It's just like, dude, I just do what I do.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll come back to rules later, like I'll just to move things along, I'll just be like, all right, yeah, no, that works. And then the next week I might be like, all right, listen, that thing I said worked? Yeah, no, it shouldn't have worked, so don't expect it to work again. I don't... If I can help it, I don't want to look at the books at all.
Right.
I have enough basic understanding of the rules that, like, occasionally I might need to, like, fudge something, but... yeah. Cool. And you guys should listen to the podcast when you have some time. Episode 2 is a lot shorter than episode 1. Episode 1 was long. It was a long fight. It'd be good if you have a long drive ahead of you, John, because the fight was pretty funny.
Okay.
It was a little.
Okay.
It was humorous, but I mean, like if you're just sitting there, like just trying to listen to something, yeah, maybe the first episode isn't great because not episode 0, but episode 1. Episode 1 was a long fight. It was like 2 hours of. It was 2 hours of fighting, but again, I mean, it was entertaining. It was like if I had to listen to a 2-hour combat encounter, that's one of the ones I would listen to.
Right.
Because these guys are pretty
Okay.
funny. They're funny. They're fun.
Excellent.
But the other 2 episodes from this thing are shorter because, there wasn't a big long fight. And, it was just information and short fights. There was a short fight. And the cleric, lost her shit, which I love. Yeah. Yeah, I was telling John, I was telling you, it's like that's going to be my new method of DMing from now on, is basically doing as little work as possible.
Yeah.
It's like if you got some good players, and generally I do. Like, I mean, I would trust you guys to like just give me, your own, create your own fucking saving throws. These people create their own saving throws. I'm just like, all right, you're insane now. Like, you're having hallucinations. And so, and I told them in text, like, in chat, I was just like, like, just play it how you'd like. And, like, I figured if they got stupid, I would, like, not that I expected them to, but if they did, I would just, like, maybe say something like, well, no, that's not where I was going with that. But, like, the one character was having hallucinations, and, she just told me she thought she was back in the fighting pits, like, where she was young, and she was yelling stuff at imaginary people. And when other people were trying to reason with her, like, she would just roll a saving throw, and she'd be like, all right, I know who that person is. I don't know who that person is. And she was a ranger. She's a Beastmaster ranger, and she had a panther, and she rolled a saving throw to see if she recognized her panther, but nope, she thought it was a monster in the fighting pit, and yeah, she wound up killing her panther.
Aw.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I mean, rock on. I mean, not that I was happy that she killed her panther, but it's like, she just made up her own saving throws. The cleric does that too sometimes, because she's got some serious baggage. So every now and then when something bad happens, she will occasionally roll a saving throw to see whether or not she just, like, retreats within herself, or if she's, like, able to manage. Like, especially if her familiar gets killed. She has this owl familiar. But since it's only an owl, I mean, it's got 1 hit point, so it's like died 4 times. I mean, luckily she can get it back in an hour, doing a Find Familiar spell. But, yeah, it's died like 4 times. And each time it dies, she rolls a saving throw to see, like, how she reacts to its death. Like, whether or not she's just like, oh my god, no. But I think that that's going to happen less and less as she's becoming more badass, would be a good word. She's becoming more badass.
Right.
Because, I mean, she had a terrible childhood. It turns out she was, like, she was raised worshiping evil ancient gods, and she didn't know it. She was told she was worshiping some different god who was also not exactly good. But she had no idea that she was worshiping this like other ancient evil. Doing rituals and stuff to it, and she just like, but something was like trying to help her, like another god type entity, and so it turned out to be Odin. Odin is like trying to help her.
Good old Odin.
Yeah, good old Odin. Although, like, his motives are not necessarily clear, but, like, So even though she was doing all this other stuff, like, Odin was the one actually giving her, clerical abilities and stuff. Odin stepped in somehow.
Right.
And again, that was another thing that basically, like, she decided herself. She was like, I want to worship this god, like, to start, but, like, I want to not like it, and maybe there's, like, another god that's, like, trying to help me out or something. And, the Norse gods, like, fit into this world. The Norse gods and the Celtic gods. And so, I gave one slight hint towards a Celtic god. Because I was just going to let her choose for herself, like, once, I would just drop some hints. And I gave a hint towards Odin, and she kind of took the Odin one and ran with it. And then eventually I just asked her, I said, so, like, is Odin going to be your god now? And she's like, oh, yeah. I was like, okay, cool. Because, she was just asking a lot of questions. Like, she was finding other worshippers of Odin and being like, so tell me more about Odin. And they'd be like, oh, well, Odin's cool. He's kind of crazy, and he's got things going on, and she was like, So I was just like, I'm not sure if she's just trying to get some more information about Odin, or if she's like if that's the way she's going. So yeah, eventually, in in chat, I was just like, is this where you're going? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, cool, that's fine, that's good. But it's the last session was a lot of was mostly role play. I threw in a fight. We had a guest. One of the players had a friend who's going away on a boat. He's in the Navy. He's going off on a boat, and she was going to play with him like the day before our game, but something fell through. So she asked if he could like be a guest, and I was like, yeah, sure. So I threw in an early fight for him so that because I was mostly planning on just story stuff, and I was like, well, this kid, he probably wants a fight, so I'll throw in a fight. Because I had a fight geared up towards the end, but, yeah. And then so we're going to play Sunday, right, John?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yep. We got out of having to go to Charlotte. Peter's actually coming here with that mattress and bed set. So he's coming here. So you may have to pause a little bit on Sunday when he gets here, but we don't have to make the trip out there.
Cool. All right, wait. I'm going to stop the stream. Crystal, thanks for listening. I'm stopping the stream because this is just, I don't know. Babble, and also it also records to my computer, and it just gets longer. It's going to be bigger. So, but thank you, Crystal.
Good night, Crystal.
Good night. Sleep.